Oh, and welcome to a Christmas special of the Blind Pinterest Challenge, the series where I recreate Christmas crafts from Pinterest without any instructions, because it's the festive season and I love Christmas. Love pink. Oh my god, can't get enough of Christmas. I am so happy to be making Christmas crafts.
I'm sarcastic and overbearing and rude.
That's obviously a lie, but still. I feel like crafters are held hostage at Christmas. Like we have to make Christmas stuff. We just have to, even though we don't like Christmas. Imagine if all the crafters on YouTube and all the other social media platforms and stuff, and they were probably like shoving Christmas down your throat. They actually all secretly hated Christmas. How devastated would everyone be? At least I'm honest with you when I say I don't like Christmas. But these crafts, they might persuade us to enjoy it a little bit more. Okay, so to start off with, I thought we would have a little bit of a gay Christmas. And I thought we would make some Pride rhinestoned Christmas baubles. That'll be fun, won't it? They look very sparkly and very gay. And the lots will be just very easy to make. And don't worry, if you're homophobic, you can obviously change the colours. It doesn't have to be rainbow. You can do whatever design you want to for your homophobic Christmas tree.
How dare you?
I'm joking. You can just have a sparkly bauble. It doesn't need to be Pride. But I think a Pride theme one is just very fun and cute, and I'm into it. I also feel like you can't have Christmas without a bit of tacky, festive wear. And I think this very festive, very over-the-top, ugly headband will be absolutely perfect for the holiday season. It's got Christmas trees on, bells, presents, Santa Claus, candy cane, pom-poms, flowers. Literally, it's got everything and the kitchen sink thrown on that headband. And you know what? Kinda love it. I'm a maximalist at heart, obviously, if you can't tell, so it does appeal to us. And I think it'll be really easy to make. I'm just gonna need a lot of hot glue. Now, I think this one might be a little bit of a, in fact, I'm saying a little bit of a challenge. I think this one will be a massive challenge, but I think it looks really cool. And it's like DIY light pillows. So obviously, the pillows are in the shape of Christmas lights, the light bulbs, and I think it looks really, really good. I know I'm quite new at sewing. I've got my sewing machine and stuff. I feel like this, I might be able to do it. I'm even looking at this image and putting my sewing head on.
Ooh.
I can see how they've kind of cut their fabric and how they've kind of created a pattern and stuff. So fingers crossed I can do this one and it won't be a hot mess, but I don't know. I'm a bit scared. And the final one I want to try is this stack of Christmas presents. And I don't fully understand how they've made this. Obviously, they've just like wrapped some boxes in Christmas paper and put some bows on. I understand that part of it, but I don't understand how they've got it to stack the way it does and defy gravity.
Will help.
It feels very kind of, I don't know, magic and science and stuff. I can already see there's a little bit of a stand poking out the bottom, which I think I would come to the conclusion I need a base. Like, come on, I'm not that stupid. Don't dare. Don't you say anything. I know what was gonna come out your mouth. But yeah, I think I can kind of do that. I'm just worried about actually assembling it and getting it to stand up. Which, to be fair, a lot of people at Christmas, they can't stand up because they're too drunk. And just like that, I'm back and ready to start some Christmas crafts. I'm actually quite looking forward to it now. The closer I'm getting to Christmas, the more I'm feeling a bit Christmassy and, you know, I'm getting in the mood.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Just a tiny bit, just a smidge. And anyway, I thought we would start off with the Pride rhinestone bauble because can't really go wrong with it, can ya? So all I did to start off with this was get a clear transparent bauble, a load of different coloured rhinestones, and just start gluing them on. And that was basically it. It took me hours and hours and hours. I knew it was going to take us a long time. I wasn't expecting how long it was actually going to take us. I think I spent about 3 hours gluing rhinestones onto this bauble. But we have expectation and reality. I think I've done an alright little job, haven't I? Isn't that cute? You will notice, and if you are going to do something like this, so you've got this side here which looks lovely. Look at all that sparkle. Oh my god, expensive.
Well, that's because I'm rich.
And then you flip it over, and this is dull. And the reason this is dull is because I started off with super glue and it's just kind of gone all shitty and horrible. This is where I used proper like rhinestone glue. The rhinestone glue though, it was really difficult to actually get the rhinestones onto the bauble. And also I don't have like a proper picky up tool, so I used like a pair of tweezers and it was just a proper ass on. And surprisingly, rhinestones are very expensive, even though they're just basically little plastic things. And I spent around about £18 on this, which I think is very expensive. It might have been a little bit cheaper because I didn't use all the rhinestones. I've still got quite a lot left over. I wouldn't mind if it looked dead expensive, but doesn't it looks cheap. But I wasn't worried about this one. I knew this one was going to be relatively easy to make. The next one, I haven't fully done it yet, so we'll see if it goes okay. So the next Christmas craft project I wanted to try is the stack of fake Christmas presents. And I obviously started this by gathering loads of empty boxes that I had lying around because I'm addicted to shopping. And I just poorly wrapped them in various different kinds of wrapping paper. And no one better judge my wrapping skills, mind. I'm not very good at wrapping presents. If you've ever received a present from us, you'll know it's literally shocking. It's usually just paper and then like I wrap loads of sellotape around it, so it's impossible to get into.
Show me to me, please.
And then I was thinking about obviously the base of this and how I would make this. And I found this old piece of wood in the studio, and I thought that would be a perfect kind of anchor for this little present tower. And then also for the rod, I wanted to keep it quite lightweight, so I thought I would use a piece of bamboo that I already had in the studio. I then carefully drilled a hole in this wooden base, trying to avoid going through my table and also trying to avoid going through my hand. Looks very unsafe what I'm doing. And I wanted the bamboo to fit into this hole quite snug. I didn't want the hole to be any bigger, so I just cut the bamboo down just a smidge, just so I could get this bamboo into the hole. I then applied a thick layer of glue for extra support and just shoved the bamboo into the hole.
You dirty slut.
And then put it to one side to set. Okay, so I've got my little DIY stand here. And to be fair, it's surprisingly quite strong. I wasn't expecting this to be as well made as it is, so that's great. I've also got lots of presents. Oh my god, look at all these. Santa's been well good to us. And I thought the best way to get these onto here is to drill them and just kind of like drill a hole and then just slot them down on different angles, and I think that'll work. That's how my brain's thinking about this. I don't know whether I'm wrong or not. So we'll start off with this flat one, which I literally just want it to be straight on. You could obviously use a knife for this part, but I just thought a drill would be easier. And then if we just try and guide this through. I'm just thinking the hole might not be big enough. I tell you what, now that I've got the guide, I'm just going to use my knife and just make it a little bit bigger. The thing is, they don't show you what theirs looks like up close, so you don't know how messy theirs actually is. Right, let's see how we get on with that one. Where's the end? This is a bit trickier than I thought. I thought I was just going to be able to kebab these presents straight on. Where are you at? Where the hell is it at? Is there something inside this box? I'm sure it was empty when I did it. What's stopping it? What's in there? There's literally something inside this box and I wonder it won't go through. I must have left a bit of cardboard inside it or something.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There we go. Don't know what's happening inside this box. I don't know what I've done. Right, so now I'm just going to force it down. There. Oh, perfect. See, my idea does work. It looked really confused and difficult. I hope all the others are a lot easier. Also, it might show up on camera, but I've got like a massive hole in my jumper. I'm probably like hulking out of it. It's because I'm so muscly, you see. I'm just like, ooh. Unless something's eating my jumper. I don't know. Right, so the next lot, I want to try and do it on an angle. I'm trying to figure out how I would do it. I would just kind of drill a hole differently, wouldn't I?
Oh, duh.
Yeah. Oops. Oh dear. Oh, I proper wrecked that wrapping paper. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work, mine might just be a very straight stack of presents, which I think will be alright. Aha, there we go. Right, moment of truth. Is it going to be on an angle? Oh my god, I'm a genius.
No.
I'm so intelligent. I didn't think that was going to work. That's why I'm so happy about that, because I really genuinely didn't think this was going to work. Okay, so we have expectation. And reality, I'm actually behind the camera because I can't get this all in. But look at that, how cool is it? I think that looks quite good, doesn't it? And it's definitely got that stacking effect. I think I've done a really good job of that considering I had no idea how to do it. Like, look at that compared to me. If I was to hold it, it is absolutely massive. Look at that. That must be what? I'm like, what, 7 foot tall? Liar! So that must be at least like 5 foot. Proper decent. Oh, what a fun little idea. I know I've just realised I've forgotten to add ribbons to my presents, so that's a shame, but I just literally completely forgot. I think that's a proper, cheap, simple Christmas craft just to kind of fill up space. And you'll be even more thrilled and excited when I tell you that this cost me absolutely nothing. Yes, I already had the bit of wood, I already had a bamboo pole, I used some old wrapping paper that I already had, and I just used some leftover boxes that I already had around the studio, and I already had the sellotape, so it literally didn't cost me a single thing, and I'm pretty chuffed about it. That would look really nice in like an entranceway, wouldn't it? And the best thing about something like this is you can make it however you want to make it. You can do the presents in a different form, you can obviously wrap them in loads of different colours and different kinds of paper. You can literally piss around and do so much with this idea. Really clever idea. Proper into it. I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm really into this idea.
You're shitting me!
But since we've had 2 really successful ones, we're going to move on to an absolute and utter mega shitter. Like, spoilers alert and stuff, but this next one is shocking. It's appalling. And out of the 2 we have left over, I'm pretty sure you know which one it's going to be. That's been a disaster, but it's been one of the worst things I've ever made, I think.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, so now it's time for the sewing portion of this video. And I attempted to make the fairy light cushions, which looked absolutely amazing, looked lovely. So to begin, I bought this very lovely plushy fabric in different colours, exactly the same as what they had in the original pin, or very similar. I even made a pattern, which I thought would kind of work for this. I then traced around this shape and cut some bits out of the fabric. And in total, I wanted 5 panels out of each of the different colours I've got. And I did that perfectly well. It was a dream. Piece of piss. I then decided to move on to the cable bit that was going to go along the top and the little tops of the light bulbs. And I again created a pattern like the professional that I am, but I used black this time because I thought that would be a better contrast. Not that it mattered in the end, but still. And I cut all them out and I put them to one side. And then I decided I would start sewing one of these pillows together. So I got my sewing machine out, got all set up and prepared, and off I went on my sewing adventure. And I'm not going to lie, it was very difficult fabric to sew. It was a very difficult thing to sew. The amount of times my thread decided to just dislodge itself or to snap, which should have like rang alarm bells in my head that this wasn't gonna go particularly well. And it just wasn't a pleasurable experience. And by the way, this was probably up to like the 3rd hour that I'd spent on this project, and I wasn't even close to being done. And you know when you're starting to get yourself like a little bit angry and a little bit vexed, I was starting to get to that point. But I turned my cushion inside out and I was like, you know what? This is looking pretty decent. I think this is gonna work. So I decided to stuff this cushion with some fluff that I already had in the studio, and then I couldn't really fit it in the sewing machine, so I decided to hand sew the cushion closed. And this is the point where I realised this isn't gonna look good. This isn't gonna look like the original pin. This isn't gonna look like a light. This is gonna look like nothing. It's gonna literally look like nothing. And I sat exactly here, or I stood exactly here, and questioned my life, and I wondered whether it was worth carrying on and spending another 4, 5, 8, 10, 16 hours on this project, or whether I should just call it quits. And you know what I did? I called it quits.
I give up!
Because the state of this pillow, when I show you, I don't even know how to fix it. So I suppose we have expectation and reality. Like, what shape is that? It's a bus! I don't know how they got it to like elongate itself and go like, ooh, mine didn't do that. Mine just went into a bus! You can tell, like, look, I've got patterns, you can see the seams, look, the seams actually going down. So I really tried. There's some holes in as well, don't look at it. I don't know what else I was supposed to do. And there's no point of me wasting my time making another, 4 of these and putting the tops on and everything if it wasn't going to look at all like the original. I don't know how they did it. I think it was overly ambitious for me to try something like this, or the original pin, without having a pattern. I really really needed their pattern because my pattern didn't work.
You think?
I'm not going to say how much I spent on it because the fabric was really expensive and I've ruined a lot of fabric. So I've kept it though, and I'll use that fabric again. I knew when I saw that on Pinterest, and I was like, do you think I can do it? Do you think I can't do it? I knew I was never going to be able to do it, so I don't know why I even tried. Okay, so it's time to make our tacky little Christmas headband, and I've got loads of fun stuff for this. So I've bought these cute little foil presents. Oh my god. Some little planty things, poinsettias and some holly. I've got some candy cane pipe cleaners. Little jingle bells. Oh my god, everyone's gonna hear us coming. And then I've also got some Christmas trees and some pom-poms that I already had in the studio. And although theirs looked a certain way, I think with something like this, you can just piss around and do what you want. At the end of the day, you're wearing it, so you want to make it as ugly or as lovely as you want it to be. I am going to my work's Christmas party this year, so this might make an appearance. Everyone's gonna be well jealous, aren't they?
No.
Do you want to see the shirt that I'm wearing? Hang on, I'll just go quickly show you it. I bought it the other day. How fun is that? Candy canes. I'm gonna look sweet and ready to eat. You never know, I might pull at the Christmas party. I don't think I will because, well, just no. Although saying that, when Ant gets a little bit tipsy, turns into a bit of a slut. I think that's what Christmas is all about, isn't it? Slutting around. I'm joking, obviously, calm down. It's all about family and giving and festivities, not being an absolute whore.
Yeah, spank me.
Unless that's what makes you happy, then that's what Christmas means to you. I don't know how we got into the subject. Right, let's stick some of these presents on. These presents are well fun. I didn't realise how many I bought. I thought I only bought a couple of packs of these. I bought about 20 packs, and that was a mistake. Unless they just accidentally sent us too many, which is fine with me. I'm not going to return them because you know my motto. They'll come in handy. Is anyone else going to their work's Christmas party? Or like, are any of your family members throwing like a Christmas party or anything? It might potentially be past the Christmas party season when this video comes out. I'm not sure. I always forget that like I record in advance, so some stuff just doesn't make sense anymore. Or if you've been to one, let us know how it went. Did you get drunk and embarrass yourself? If so, give us all the details. There's nothing better than an embarrassing drunk. I have a lot of experience being an embarrassing drunk. Not that it's something to brag about. It's not a competition. If it was, I would win. Oh, mine's gonna look well better than the original. I'm just telling you that right now. And the thing is as well with like Christmas and stuff, I think a lot of people put a bit too much pressure on themselves of like making Christmas and like the holiday season and stuff being the most like perfect thing. I think they have like an expectation of what it should be. I think we all need to chill out. I think putting that kind of pressure on, it just ruins things. Like obviously I'm not a lover of Christmas and I've offered to work this year, so I'll be spending Christmas Day at work. And that might seem sad and stuff like that, but like I don't mind. I find Christmas and the Christmas season, the holiday season stuff to be very overrated. I don't know, I don't necessarily feel happy during Christmas. I'm sure other people feel that way as well. Not everyone feels like jolly and lovely. I don't know what it is about it. It just, I don't know, I just feel a bit weird about it. And I think it's fine to feel that way too. I think this time of year, a lot of people tend to struggle. For some reason it might be that certain things happened at this time or whatever it might be. And I think you just need to, I don't know, just try and give yourself credit. Don't put too much pressure on yourself and just enjoy it for what it is, and just know that it'll be over soon. It'll be over. If you're not like feeling it or anything, you know, it doesn't last forever. That's, I suppose, my advice, if that helps at all for anyone out there. And there's not a specific reason I personally don't like Christmas either. Like I don't have like a bad memory or nothing like really bad happened around this time. I just don't, I just don't particularly enjoy it. There's literally nothing to justify it. I'm just not a fan. One thing that'll cheer you up is making super cute tacky Christmas headbands. Because honestly, this is well fun. You know what? I think I'm quite happy with mine. I know it doesn't have as much on as theirs, but I think if I put too much on, it's going to detract from it. So we have expectation and reality. You're not going to be able to see this at all, are you? Let me see if I can move to like a blank wall because it just blends into the background, doesn't it? I've literally only got one blank wall in my room. There, how cute is that? Oh my god, and look. Makes a cute sound. Oh my god, I'm so fashionable. Oh, look at that pose. Oof. I think I should definitely wear this at the Christmas party. I think it would go so well with my shirt. Cute. Super, super cute. I know in the original one, theirs was definitely more kind of packed and more condensed. And mine's very simple and minimal, believe it or not. But how much did this super stylish Christmas headband cost us? I think it was around about £10. And honestly, if I was to resell this, or if I was to put it, you know, in like a fancy designer shop, I would easily get like £100 100, £200 for it. That's how good it is. Anyway, I think that just about does it for this year's Christmas special of the Blind Pinterest Challenge. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know whether you'll be attempting any of these Christmas crafts. I wouldn't recommend the cushions unless you're like really good at it because they're really hard. And I think I'll see you on Christmas Eve for the next video, and then I think that's the last Christmas Eve video I'm doing this year. Haven't even done that many this year, have I? I bet other people have done like a lot from like December onwards, but I didn't fancy it. Maybe I should have done more. Should I have done more? I don't know. Do you want to see more Christmas content next year? Let us know in the comments. Oh, I don't think I've done too bad today at all, actually. It's a shame. If I'd got the pillows down, the Christmas-like pillows, this would have been a perfect Christmas special. But that's the whole point of this series. Things go wrong all the time. That cushion though, I really tried. I solidly really put my heart into that, and I was devastated that it didn't work. I might try it again at some point. I might try and get like a pattern and see if I can do it. Possibly next year. We'll see how I'm feeling.